Hey everybody, my name is Ethen Ostroff. I am a personal injury lawyer with the Ostroff Law Firm. Thank you so much for joining us on this video about is it worth hiring a personal injury lawyer. Before I dive into that, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to follow along on our journey because we are going to dive deep into the most commonly asked questions in the personal injury law field and make sure that you understand what's going on in your case for the first time and make sure that your questions are answered. If you are going through something that you shouldn't be, if you are hurt and maybe not at fault, and I say maybe because sometimes you may think you're not at fault and you're actually not at fault, even though an insurance company or a lawyer told you you were, make sure to click that free consultation link below and we'll review your situation completely for free. No questions asked. You owe us nothing if you don't have a case. You owe us nothing if we don't get you paid. So, is it worth hiring a personal injury lawyer? It's an age-old question. It's an important question. Why do I need to pay a part of my settlement to some lawyer for something that's not my fault? It's a great question. It's a fair question. The answer is, it is worth hiring a personal injury lawyer. There is no way that the average person will maximize what their case is worth without somebody that has done it the way a personal injury lawyer has done over the years. So let me give you a really basic example on why personal injury lawyers are important. First, and the most important thing, and something that is a red flag on a bad personal injury lawyer, if you hire a personal injury lawyer, there is no risk to you. The way that our contracts ethically have to be worded is that we only get paid if you get paid. That contract is called a contingency fee. That means that if you, after a year, you hire a lawyer, a personal injury lawyer for your car crash, your slip and fall, whatever, and if they're doing a bad job for you, if after a year you don't hear from them, they don't call you back, whatever, you can fire them, no questions asked, completely for free, because they only get paid if you get paid. If you don't get paid, you owe them nothing. And that includes if you fire them and want to hire some other lawyer. So is it worth hiring a personal injury lawyer? The answer is you have no risk hiring a personal injury lawyer. They only can get paid if you do. So let's take an extreme example here on why personal injury lawyers are important. Number one, personal injury lawyers exist because insurance companies are unreasonable. If insurance companies would pay you fairly, upfront, right after your car crash, your slip and fall, your medical malpractice, your personal injury case, we wouldn't need to exist. But until they start paying my clients fairly, I'm going to keep doing my job. They're going to keep me employed. You know what? I like marketing. I like sales. I like other things. If they would be fair, I would find a new industry. But until then, they're going to keep me employed. So really, these marketing companies that run these conglomerates with insurance companies are just way better over the years at marketing. They've got celebrities. They've got Patrick Mahomes for State Farm. These companies are way better and they paint a picture that we are the bad guys. But the truth is, we help people. Insurance companies help keep profits. We put people's safety above profits. And insurance companies do the exact opposite. So when you get a call, let's say you got in a car crash, say you're sitting at a red light and you get rear-ended, you are going to put that case in front of a jury and 100% of the time, you will be 0% at fault. Unless you did some sort of fraud or something specific that would change those facts. Absent that, you are never at fault if you get rear-ended. So let's take that case. Let's say that you got rear-ended and you break your arm and you break your leg. And let's say that the next day you get a call from the insurance company. They say, I'm so sorry for what happened to you. I'm going to send you a $5,000 check. If you accept it, you'll release us from liability here and you can go on your way. It sounds pretty good. $5,000 does sound pretty good. But let's say that that broken arm and that broken leg requires surgery, requires some sort of intervention and physical therapy for the next, let's say, 10 months. When you accept that settlement from the other driver, you may have left a lot of money on the table without realizing it. And insurance companies, they may act like your friend. You may go golfing with them. Your broker may be your cousin. Their motivation is to save their company money. The reason they can afford those Super Bowl ads, the reason why they can afford these giant marketing budgets is because they don't pay you fairly. They charge you on your claims, but they won't pay you when you need it. So, is it worth hiring a personal injury lawyer? Let's go back to that rear end example. Let's say you were sitting at a light and that other driver only had $15,000 of insurance. And let's say that you didn't realize that you had $100,000 of insurance available to you for your injuries to be paid directly to you for your pain and suffering from your own insurance company through something called UIM, or underinsured motorist coverage. You will waive your right at money you will pay for every month if you don't have someone that helps navigate that situation correct. So let's say that other driver, let's take that same situation. That other driver's insurance company calls you the next day and they say, hey, we're going to pay you all the money we have. It's 15 grand. We'll send you a check by the end of the week. In that circumstance, it may sound great, but if you sign that release without notifying your own insurance company, hey, I'm settling with the other driver. I want to preserve my right to go after underinsured motorist coverage through your policy. If you don't word that correctly, you're waiving your right at a lot of money. Personal injury lawyers help guide you not only on getting you paid, but when your case is over and you've gotten that settlement check, they make sure that you're not stuck with bills. Let's say that you had to take an ambulance. Let's say that you had to go to physical therapy. Let's say that you had to go to a doctor for 6 months, or you had a surgery. Personal injury lawyers help negotiate those bills down after you settle your case. So it's not only will they make sure you get paid fairly for what happened to you that wasn't your fault, they make sure you're not stuck with bills on the backside. So personal injury lawyers work for free unless you get paid, and they ask for a percentage of that settlement. So is it worth hiring a personal injury lawyer? The answer is there's no downside. You have the potential to completely optimize your settlement to the best of your ability. You can make the best settlement possible because they have done it in the past, and they'll make sure that you don't get stuck with bills on the back end. So they also work for free. Insurance companies are praying that when you get in that car crash or you slip and fall or you have a botched surgery, they are praying they can deal with you directly because they know that if they're dealing with you directly, they're going to pay you pennies on the dollar. And if they can get you to sign on the dotted line, you're kind of screwed. A personal injury lawyer is the buffer between you and the insurance companies involved here. They make sure that you don't get taken advantage of. They actually won't allow you to speak directly with insurance companies. They take control of that complete conversation. So is it worth hiring us? The answer is it is a no-risk consultation. It is a no-risk contract. You get to talk to us and get your questions answered for free. We never bill you for our time. And if you hire us and we do better for you, all we ask is for money out of your settlement, which is way more than you would have gotten if you went through that process by yourself. Rarely will you hear about a specific person go to trial, try their case without a lawyer, and do any sort of decent with that case. It is a lot of work, a lot of hours, and a lot of time to prepare your case the right way. Not all cases are simple rear-end crashes. And if you want to make sure you're adequately protected and don't get taken advantage of by an insurance company, you do need to hire a personal injury lawyer. So if you have any questions directly to us We handle cases all over the country. If it's not something we personally will represent you on, we know the best people in every state to make sure that you're represented fairly and adequately. If you have any questions, there's a free consultation link below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and reach out to me. I'll hop on the phone with you myself and answer your questions. Thanks so much, and I'm looking forward to helping you, but I hope I don't need to, because usually it's not the most fun to meet a personal injury lawyer for the first time, because you're usually going through something tough, and I'm sorry if that's the case. But if you do have questions, I'm happy to answer them for you. Thanks so much.